Welcome to www.thelifeinuktest.co.uk, your trusted resource for life in the UK test preparation. In this video, we will present 24 unique questions drawn directly from the official guide, Life in the United Kingdom, a guide for new residents 3rd edition. Each question in this practice test comes with a detailed explanation to enhance your understanding. Please watch the video continuously for the best learning experience. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Let's get started.
Question 1. What was the Domesday Book? Option A. A list of all the towns and villages in England. Option B. A list of all the people who lived in England. Option C. A list of all the landowners in England. Option D. All of the above. The correct answer is all of the above. Explanation: William sent people all over England to draw up lists of all the towns and villages. The people who lived there, who owned the land and what animals they owned were also listed. This was called the Domesday Book. Question 2. Which of the following is not a right or restriction established by the Magna Carta? Option A. The king cannot imprison people without cause. Option B. The king cannot take people's property without their consent. Option C. The king cannot change the law without the consent of his noblemen. Option D. The king can do whatever he wants. The correct answer is, the king can do whatever he wants. Explanation: The Magna Carta established the idea that even the king was subject to the law. It protected the rights of the nobility and restricted the king's power to collect taxes or to make or change laws. In future, the king would need to involve his noblemen in decisions. Question 3. What type of buildings were built in many places in Britain and Ireland during the Middle Ages? Option A. Cathedrals. Option B. Castles. Option C. Houses. Option D. Bridges. The correct answer is castles. Explanation: The Middle Ages also saw a change in the type of buildings in Britain. Castles were built in many places in Britain and Ireland, partly for defence. Question 4. Where did Protestant ideas gain strength in the 16th century? Option A. England. Option B. Wales. Option C. Scotland. Option D. All of the above. The correct answer is all of the above. Explanation: Protestant ideas gradually gained strength in England, Wales and Scotland during the 16th century. Question 5. Who extended English control outside the Pale and established English authority over the whole of Ireland? Option A. Henry VII. Option B. Henry VIII. Option C. Elizabeth I. Option D. James I. The correct answer is Henry VIII. Explanation: During the reign of Henry VIII, English control was extended outside the Pale, and he took the title King of Ireland. This marked the establishment of English authority over the entire country. Question 6. What is the most important right guaranteed by the Habeas Corpus Act? Option A. The right to a fair trial. Option B. The right to remain silent. Option C. The right to an attorney. Option D. The right to be brought before a judge. The correct answer is the right to be brought before a judge. Explanation: The Habeas Corpus Act guaranteed that no one could be held prisoner unlawfully. Every prisoner has a right to a court hearing. Question 7. What was the primary reason for the Act of Union in 1707, which led to the creation of the Kingdom of Great Britain? Option A. It aimed to strengthen the power of the monarchy. Option B. It was a response to a Scottish rebellion. Option C. Queen Anne had no surviving children, creating uncertainty over the succession. Option D. It was an effort to combine the English and Scottish legal systems. The correct answer is Queen Anne had no surviving children, creating uncertainty over the succession. Explanation: The Act of Union in 1707 was primarily a response to the lack of an heir to Queen Anne's throne, creating uncertainty over the succession in England, Wales, Ireland, and Scotland. Question 8. The UK became a centre for financial services including Option A, insurance and banking. Option B, agriculture and manufacturing. Option C, tourism and hospitality. Option D, technology and innovation. The correct answer is insurance and banking. Explanation. The UK also became a centre for financial services including insurance and banking. Question 9. Which of the following was the first formal anti-slavery group in Britain? Option A, the Committee for the Abolition of the Slave Trade. Option B, the Anti-Slavery Society. Option C, the Clapham Sect. Option D, the Quakers. The correct answer is the Quakers. Explanation. There were, however, people in Britain who opposed the slave trade. The first formal anti-slavery groups were set up by the Quakers in the late 1700s, and they petitioned Parliament to ban the practice. Question 10. Which countries, in addition to India, contributed troops to fight alongside the British in World War I? Option A, West Indies, Africa, Australia, New Zealand, and Canada. Option B, North America, Africa, Asia, and Europe. Option C, South America, Asia, Europe, and Antarctica. Option D, Middle East, Asia, Europe, and South America. The correct answer is West Indies, Africa, Australia, New Zealand, and Canada. Explanation. Men from the West Indies, Africa, Australia, New Zealand, and Canada also fought with the British. Question 11. What is a guarantee of the National Health Service NHS? Option A, free healthcare for all at the point of use. Option B, a minimum standard of healthcare for all. Option C, both A and B. Option D, none of the above. The correct answer is both A and B. Explanation. In 1948, Aneurin Bevan, the Minister for Health, led the establishment of the National Health Service NHS, which guaranteed a minimum standard of healthcare for all, free at the point of use. Question 12. Which bank was the first to install a cash dispensing ATM in 1967? Option A, Barclays Bank. Option B, Lloyds Bank. Option C, HSBC. Option D, NatWest. The correct answer is Barclays Bank. Explanation. The first cash dispensing ATM automatic teller machine, or cash point, was put into use by Barclays Bank in Enfield, North London in 1967. Question 13. What is the percentage of women in the British workforce today? Option A, 30%. Option B, 40%. Option C, 50%. Option D, 60%. The correct answer is 50%. Explanation. Women in Britain today make up about half of the workforce. Question 14. Diwali is celebrated by which of the following? Option A, Hindus and Sikhs. Option B, Hindus and Muslims. Option C, Muslims and Christians. Option D, Sikhs and Christians. The correct answer is Hindus and Sikhs. Explanation. Diwali is celebrated by Hindus and Sikhs. Question 15. Which of the following is the only athlete to win gold medals in rowing in 5 consecutive Olympic Games? Option A, Sir Steve Redgrave. Option B, Michael Phelps. Option C, Usain Bolt. Option D, Simone Biles. The correct answer is Sir Steve Redgrave. Explanation. Sir Steve Redgrave won gold medals in rowing in 5 consecutive Olympic Games and is one of Britain's greatest Olympians. Question 16. Which of the following composers was strongly influenced by traditional English folk music? Option A, Ralph Vaughan Williams. Option B, Edward Elgar. Option C, Frederick Delius. Option D, Gustav Holst. The correct answer is Ralph Vaughan Williams. Explanation: Ralph Vaughan Williams, 1872 to 1958, was an English composer who was strongly influenced by traditional English folk music. Question 17. Who is the author of the novels Pride and Prejudice and Sense and Sensibility? Option A, Elizabeth Bennet. Option B, Jane Eyre. Option C, Charlotte Bronte. Option D, Jane Austen. The correct answer is Jane Austen. Explanation: Jane Austen was an English novelist. Her books include Pride and Prejudice and Sense and Sensibility. Her novels are concerned with marriage and family relationships. Question 18. Which of the following is the number of national parks in England, Wales and Scotland? Option A, 10. Option B, 12. Option C, 14. Option D, 15. The correct answer is 15. Explanation: there are 15 national parks in England, Wales and Scotland. Question 19. Members of the House of Lords are known as: Option A, MPs. Option B, Lords. Option C, Peers. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is Peers. Explanation: members of the House of Lords are known as peers. Question 20. Who is responsible for managing relationships with foreign countries in the UK? Option A, Prime Minister. Option B, Foreign Secretary. Option C, Chancellor of the Exchequer. Option D, Home Secretary. The correct answer is Foreign Secretary. Explanation: Foreign Secretary is responsible for managing relationships with foreign countries. Question 21. Which month of the year are local elections for councillors held in most local authorities? Option A, January. Option B, May. Option C, September. Option D, November. The correct answer is May. Explanation: for most local authorities, local elections for councillors are held in May every year. Question 22. Where can the public listen to debates in the Palace of Westminster? Option A, the lobby. Option B, the Royal Gallery. Option C, the public galleries. Option D, the committee rooms. The correct answer is the public galleries. Explanation: the public can listen to debates in the Palace of Westminster from public galleries in both the House of Commons and the House of Lords. Question 23. A dispute about faulty goods or services comes under which rights? Option A, human rights. Option B, labour rights. Option C, environmental rights. Option D, consumer rights. The correct answer is consumer rights. Explanation: consumer rights. An example of this is a dispute about faulty goods or services. Question 24. What type of court hears the most serious cases in Scotland, such as murder? Option A, Sheriff Court. Option B, High Court. Option C, Justice of the Peace Court. Option D, Appeal Court. The correct answer is High Court. Explanation: the most serious cases in Scotland, such as murder, are heard at a high court with a judge and jury.
Thanks for watching. We hope you answered all the questions correctly and this practice test helped you prepare for your life in the UK test. Remember to check out www.thelifeinuktest.co.uk for more free resources and practice tests. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more helpful content. Good luck on your journey to life in the UK test.